Good evening and welcome to part 6 of Top 10 Albums That Influenced Our Musical Tastes. The last you saw from us was on Friday, and we had done our first 5 on Monday through Friday. So you got 5 albums that you need to check out. And tonight, we're going to give you part 6, and then each consecutive night thereafter will be 7 through 10. These are albums you have to check out. You can't avoid them because they are brilliant. They're influential, and we told you so.
Yeah,
Good evening,
exactly.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
We just need to get bossy now. People need to get on board with the proper albums, and we're here to tell them which ones they have to get.
They're going to lead you to really good music, so go for it.
We haven't given them any turds, right? Not one turd has been given so far.
Pretty much.
Dang. We have internal problems. We're getting questioned from the inside.
That's right.
All right. Well, that's it. You know what? You're going to have to go first every time now, Monday, for your sassy behavior.
That's fair.
All right. Good, because that's the way it's going to be, accidentally. But
right.
All right. So, part 6, 6th album from all of us. And so far, we've only had one overlapping album. I keep saying song. I apologize. And that album was the Beastie Boys' License to Ill. So that is it so far, which is pretty awesome that we have that many different ones. And let's see if it continues tonight. Ready, Monday, for part 6?
Yeah, let's go.
Hit it.
All right. Pantera, Cowboys from Hell. I remember being in 8th grade when this album came out, and I specifically remember being in science class, and our good friend JPP had this, I believe it was the CD, and we were looking at it, and I'm like, what is this? Cowboys from Hell? I don't know. And then, I listened to it, and just from the very beginning, that opening riff on the opening track, I'm like, oh, this is different. What do we have here? And then, Dimebag. At that point, he was still Diamond Daryl. Mm-hmm. But, just proceeded to blow my mind for an hour or however long that album is. But, man, and Phil's voice was great. At that time, he was still doing a lot of the kind of higher, screamy, more like Judas Priest singing. But he had that great growl that he has. And yeah, this album I had never heard anything like that. And man, what a great band, and continued to watch them evolve and kind of get heavier. And they're one of the bands that kind of carried the flag for metal through the 90s, because a lot of metal kind of went away, and it went away. It changed, it morphed into some other things, new metals, stuff like that. But Pantera just continued to get heavier and heavier. And man, Cowboys from Hell definitely left an imprint on my mind.
Yeah. It's a great album. The actual song Cowboys from Hell, that riff is that's one of my favorites. I love that thing. I listen to it over and over. So good.
Yeah, that was an awesome album.
What year was that?
1990.
90. Okay. I was thinking it was after that. Mm-hmm. I was in college, so the world wasn't really the world at that point. There was 4 years that were sort of just outside of actual world, and it's the way it kind of is when you're in college. So
yep,
yeah. All righty. So up next is Moi. My choice is The Cure, Disintegration. I've talked about it on the show. I don't want to belabor this point too much, but this is one of my favorite records. I got the Robert Smith tattoo because I love Robert Smith. We were lucky enough to see them in concert last year, and he still sounds amazing. This record from beginning to end is just solid gold. And it's interesting because after it came out, it was received so poorly by a lot of people. People did not dig this record. It only grew over time, the appreciation for what they'd done on this record. And there's some real great songs on it. But as a whole, this album was absolute perfection. And it would be higher on my list because it's one of my favorite albums of all time. But we're doing this chronologically. So it was 1989, my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say enough good things about that album either. It's one of those weird ones too, because you like it, but it's like kind of soft and emo. You know, it's
It is,
So-
yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's The Cure's another band that I really got into later. Like when they were kind of in their heyday, I wasn't really listening to them that much other than what was on the radio. And, I've really, really come to appreciate them and all of their wonderful sad energy.
Sad energy is a great way to put it. I love it.
Yeah.
They're
But
kind of
they-
like the Smiths, except for they're not dicks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't handle the
Yeah.
Smiths. That's
Yeah.
a step too far for me.
And honestly, they can bring it when they want to on some stuff
Yes.
like Burn.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
Pro soundtrack, So
Yeah.
good stuff.
All right. That brings up Mr. Teabags.
Yes, Nine Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine. Funny story about this one. You guys remember back in the day, like the record stores would get like a single ahead of time, like a
Mhm.
sampler type thing.
Yep.
They couldn't sell it. So my sister, Foggy's wife, had a sampler from a friend that worked at Karma for Down in It. It was a single off there, and I listened to it and I was like, nope, this sounds like rap. And I was on one of those like one track things. It was just like metal or nothing. you know?
Yeah.
And but then funny enough, this is like 8th grade year, I think, or something like that. And then my girlfriend broke up with me and she was talking to one of my friends,
Oh,
and all of a sudden, Pretty Hate Machine just made made sense to me. Yes. So yeah, it was definitely an emotional connection at the beginning. I gave it a second chance, luckily. And starting off with Head Like a Hole was not a horrible way to lead it into the album. But it also had like sampling, and it kind of showed off a different way that these sounds were coming in with pop and everything. And reading the liner notes, I saw it was like Nine Inch Nails is Trent Reznor, and I was like, it's one guy, And so there's a lot to that, just kind of digging in, and one guy in a studio making this kind of stuff, writing this kind of stuff. And as you all know, that led down a rabbit hole for me, and I'm still just a fanboy for Nine Inch Nails and anything Trent Reznor. So even the new Doc Martens that have come out. Did you guys see
Wow.
those?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'll drop the money on them, but I appreciate it. So anyway, yeah. Pretty Hate Machine. It's one of those ones that I think you guys all had these albums too, that you bought the tape again because you wore it out.
mhm.
And then when CDs came out, you bought the CD. So
Yeah.
Speaking of sad energy,
yes.
this is how you listen
What?
to so much Nine Inch Nails and you just want to take Trent by the hand and be like, buddy, who hurt you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And oddly enough, Marianne actually brought this record to me as well, because she brought it with her when she came to visit at IU my freshman year.
Gosh. Well, I guess
So
she's owed commission.
yeah, she did. She should get some kind of billing or something for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good. Well, that was it, man. What a easy wrap up today on number 6 of the albums that you've got to check out. These are influential, fantastic albums. Gentlemen, anything before we head out and get ready for coming back tomorrow for another episode?
It's more great music that, keeps coming back to the top of my mind that I need to go listen to.
Yeah, and I think anybody listening to it should do their own list, because it's kind of fun to trace back what influenced you, So
Yeah.
There's your homework assignment.
Yeah, excellent. And if you are somebody who likes to check out podcasts rather than watching on YouTube, you can get us on any of the podcatchers, Wanderings and Wool Gathering. We have a website of the same name. You can find us on TikTok. And I think individually, you can find each of us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the usual haunts. So check us out if you want to hear some more. And we will see you tomorrow. That is Tuesday. We'll be back again with part 7. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you tomorrow.